Hello everybody and welcome to Tarot by Izabela. I'm very happy to see you here and I hope you're all doing fine. Today's video will be a prediction video and many viewers have asked a prediction video for the country of Sweden. What will be going on here in Sweden for the months of December, January and February? Are there any big events coming in? What can we expect here in Sweden? And to answer those questions, I'm going to use my crystal ball and my tarot cards and my oracle cards. And before we begin, I need to concentrate on my crystal ball for a few moments, and after that we'll see what I can find in the crystal ball. And the crystal ball is like a conductor of energy, and it will transmit information to a receiver, in this case me, and I can receive this information. It could be something I see, pictures, symbols, short movie clips. It could be something I hear, feel, taste or smell. Whatever information that I receive, I will tell. And after that crystal ball, then I'm gonna take some tarot cards to see if there are any complementary answers in the tarot cards. So let's begin. And now I need to concentrate a little bit on my crystal ball and we'll see if we can get any information. Let's see here. Some information for Sweden for the month of December, January and February 2023. Yeah, so I need to put my glasses on to see a little bit better. So let's start. For Sweden, the months of December 2022, January and February 2023. Sweden. The first thing I see, it's cold weather. Yeah, of course, Sweden are in the north of the globe and we normally have cold weather in winter time. But it could be a little bit extreme cold weather. So sometimes in these 3 months we're gonna experience some really cold weather, a lot of snowstorms, and people staying at home freezing. I also see here like the television sets going black. It's like no signals. I'm not sure if it's for the entire country or it's just in certain places, but definitely big cities. And people are wondering what is going on. Sometimes during these 3 months we're gonna see military vehicles on the streets, saying to people, please stay at home. I had questions here from US about electricity bills, because here in Sweden, they are going crazy. There's rising and rising, and there is no stop to it. And Sweden have enough electricity to export to other countries, and they cannot give their own citizens decent price. Everything is, I say, planned in advance. And the prices will grow even more, unfortunately. It's like they grow almost, in some places during some hours it could be even like 7 krona per kilowatt hour. And after that it like drops down to zero, like free energy. Something will happen, it's like a very big rise and then it drops. I see also here politicians, people in high position in the government, they're going like crazy. Oh, we need to tax this. Oh, we need to tax that. Oh, they don't know what to say, what to do. They're just screaming tax, 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 tax. And poof, so they are gone. Symbolically, they're like screaming and then poof, they are gone. So something will happen to a lot of people in high position in the government, politicians. They're gonna like disappear. And the truth about this and all the side effects it had brought with it, people dying, getting very ill, and yeah, a lot of horrible things that's happening. Sometimes during these 3 months it looks like it will go public, and the mainstream media cannot hide the truth anymore. They will be forced to say what is really going on. Predictions in time, doesn't matter if it's crystal ball, tarot cards, and they are many times very difficult to say accurate. When you see something or when you get some information, it doesn't always come with a stamp on the day, which date it is. So it's a little bit, you have to look on the surroundings and so on and see if it's springtime, if the people look very old that they are today and so on. But it really looks like something is cooking, something is going to come up to the surface during these 3 months in Sweden, and it will be a lot of hidden truths. I still see a lot of people sleeping here. They are so difficult to wake up. They are like in a half coma. They don't want to see, they don't want to hear, they don't want to get engaged. And please leave me alone, I don't want to know. Just let me live my life, even if the whole world around them is crumbling. They live in their bubbles and they are so difficult to wake up. There will happen something during these 3 months that will shake a lot of people here in Sweden. And they will have to wake up, even if they don't want to. It's like they are forced to. they cannot hide their heads in the sand anymore. I see a lot of businesses going bankrupt. They're closing. There is no money, there is no possibility to continue the businesses, small businesses, but even larger. But this closure of many businesses is not forever. It will be like half year, 6-7 months, and then things change in the world so much, so those businesses will be able to restart, and many people can continue to sell and offer services again. Sometimes during these 3 months, sometimes during these 3 months, it looks like a lot of angry people on the streets. And they are not protesting like organized demonstration. They are like crowds of people going wild, angry as hell, and smashing things, and really, really angry. And I hear them shouting, "Murders, murders!" Yeah. So something is coming out that will make people very angry. A lot of big, government organization, like healthcare and social security and so on, and unemployment office. I see a lot of those big government institutions. I see them like dissolving, like there is no one who wants to work there, there is no funds, things are crumbling down. I see hospital closing up, not letting sick people getting in. And I also see, I'm not sure if it's during these 3 months, could be a little bit later also, like personnel in white coats, doctors and so on, trying to flee Sweden, trying to escape Sweden, trying to escape justice. And I see a lot of doctors and so on in disguise, and they are being caught. Many people will be in shock. I see some big explosion in the capital of Sweden, Stockholm, and it's like a planted explosion. I'm not sure if it's a terrorist attack or if it's government doing a false flag attack, blaming on the big bear, or whatever it is, but some kind of explosion. Could be a couple of people hurt, maybe one dead. Still, it's horrible. This could also be something that will wake people up. And there are a lot of questions here if Sweden are going to join NATO. They are doing a lot of hard work trying to join it. But I see symbolically the flag of NATO just falling down and disappearing in smoke. And in the future there will not be any NATO, so there will not be a possibility to join it. So the whole NATO institution will also disappear. I'm not sure if it's during these 3 months, and I see it quite difficult, even in Sweden trying, and we are almost there, or we almost signed the entrance, and I see it just like prolonging, and they're not really going to join. They will not be able to. When we reach springtime, now it's more than 3 months, but still when we reach springtime, EU is starting to fall down. It's a big possibility that EU will not exist anymore when we reach summertime. Like one country after another, thanks but no thanks. And Miss Ursula, she will try to rule on her own, no one supporting her. A lot of politicians here in Sweden will lose their jobs. During these 3 months, they will start to get worried, and people will see some kind of change in the news that the media is telling, and the news will begin to get more and more truthful, but still not. Some very dirty secrets are coming up also. What the government secretly have been involved in. And that is not here only in Sweden, but also in other countries around the world. And that will also make many people very angry when that comes out. The prices will rise even more on food, on everything during these 3 months. It's like they rise until it drops down. And it could be the new QFS, new economic system that kicks in. And I'm not sure if it's during these 3 coming months or if it's a little bit later. But I see prices rise totally crazy and then they drop down. I also see like Sweden trying to find allies in other countries, but they said no thank you, no thank you, no thank you. They will be left a little bit by their own. And there are a couple of families here in Sweden with a very famous name, and they have been involved in a lot of dirty stuff. I'll not say the names here, but in Sweden they probably know. Some of them are involved in banking, some of them are involved in bookmaking. And those say dirty things they have been involved with, that will also be exposed. If not the following 3 months, December, January, February, it could be a little bit later. As I said, time is very difficult to predict, but that is what is laying ahead. Okay, that was the information from the crystal ball. So let's see what the tarot card have to say. And before we begin, I need to shuffle a little bit and ask the powers to be with us, so we can get some additional information about the country of Sweden. What is going on? I see in the north of Sweden here, in mountain regions, and when the old mountains, and they have like tunnels, they have some kind of engineering projects in the ground, in the mountain ground, you can say. And I see in some of those projects that finished, they are not going to continue. Could be even something that feels like a big earthquake. Something they are maybe hiding in those mountains or underground, that will be destroyed. Yeah. Now, let's take some cards on Sweden. Some additional information on Sweden. Take some of this oracle cards. One of the red ones. One of the pink ones. And I have some blue ones also. And as an icing on a cake, some dices. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Let's see what the card says. First on the dices we have a pyramids, lame, and here is crumbles. We have the first card here of poverty. So the country is a little bit like going into very poor stage. People are getting poorer, and it could be families with children, single parents, mothers or fathers. They will not have enough money to feed their children. And everything comes so suddenly. It goes, as I said, prices goes up, and the salary doesn't go up, but the prices. And people are disappointed. They are like fighting for crumbles. Here we have a book. Confidence. What does this say? divine guidance. Whatever is happening the following months, it's like it's controlled. It's not it's a controlled demolition, you can almost say. And the poverty, the prices rising, everything is not by accident. It's constructed that way. And I also see here the sun is down, so there will be a solution for those problems. It's during a period of time it will go bad, but then things change for the better. I'm gonna take some more cards here. Even if it looks very bad, here again it says things change and the money will flow again, everything will be in order and people will be celebrating. So it's like a very bad period, but it almost have to be that way to wake people up. And after that things change and it goes quite quick and it will be much better than it was before. And now I'm gonna take some last cards on Sweden to see if there is some last words we can say here for prediction on Sweden. Even in Sweden's healthcare, they don't really take responsibility if they do something wrong to a patient. That will be changed. The doctors cannot get away when they treat a patient wrongly or give wrong medicine or recommend something that is poisonous and say it's not. Everybody in the healthcare system will also be responsible for their actions. And during these 3 months that is coming, more and more revelations will be openly and come to the open. And many of the evil doctors will be held responsible. Some last words about Sweden. One of the blue, one of the pink ones, and one of the red ones. Illumination, enlightenment. A lot of people will wake up. There is enlightenment, illumination. That means information will come out. People will wake up, will see the light, what is really going on. And without seeing the light, you cannot move forward. You will be stuck. And this light, this new information will help people. Even if it's too late for quite a lot, there is still hope because there is like a new start, new beginning coming on, even for Sweden. And here again we have the judgment. So there are some kind of legal matters, tribunals in that way that is coming up. And here we have the funeral. So these tribunals that will come, many sentences will be death sentences. And no one can really escape that if they have committed horrible crimes against humanity, pedophilia and things like that. There will be no mercy there. Yeah, this enlightenment will shake a lot of people here in Sweden, and it's possible, you can say almost probably, that this will happen sometime during the coming 3 months. Could be a little bit late, as I said, time is difficult to predict, but it's close in time. It's not like years and years ahead. We are closing up more and more for this light to shine, to wake people up. And the period after that, when the tower falls, it will be like a new world, new start, and peaceful times is coming. And there will be some kind of big scare event outside the coast of Sweden. Could be submarines from the bear in the east or some other countries, like scaring the people, and they cannot do anything because they are quite big submarines. Just to show their face, and this will shake a lot of people up. Could be submarines with nuclear weapons on, circulating around the coast. And nobody can really press the red button to attack them because it's too dangerous. So that could be some kind of scare event that also. The good thing in all this, it's a lot of, problems coming up, but it will be an end to the struggle, will be an end to the lies. The truth will win at the end, and people will have the opportunity for a new start, a new life, a better life for many. So hang on, don't get too worried, even if it could look and feel very, without a solution, very desperate situations that are coming up. Everything will be fine at the end. It's like, you can say, almost the last battle, or after the storm comes the sunshine. And I cannot say so much more about the predictions for Sweden. So that will be my final words, and don't get afraid. Be a little bit prepared for when it goes dark, for it probably will. So you at least have a couple of weeks food, water, some batteries, warm clothes, so you can be safe. And after that period, things change for the better. And we must look forward, hope for the best, but still be prepared when it's a little bit turbulent. That was my reading for Sweden, and I hope you like it. And if so, please don't forget to press like button, share button and subscription button to all of you out there, be safe, be strong, and we're gonna manage this turbulence also. Take care, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.